All right. Well, hello and welcome back as we are getting ready for our final game of the night as we are going to have the Madison Monarchs up against the Kansas City Foxtrotters. Hoping to have a good game here, but we will see, and the records sure don't lean in that direction. As we can look at our results, obviously. All 4 game wins for Madison. Meanwhile, a lot of 4 game losses, but also that sweep loss in there for KC, as these teams are opposite sides of the standings. Moving over then to our weekly schedule, you can see all game fours thus far, which might speak well to what we're going to see here for KC, but we'll see. And, um, yeah, we have 2 games left to be played, and as we move over to our standings, we're going to have to see if both Madison and Edgen can match Daytona at 4-0, or if they'll fall to meet Boston at 3-1. And then we'll also be seeing if Buffalo and Kansas City can avoid falling to meet Vancouver, as they would instead be tied with Bedford. Moving then down to our stats, you can see your key players will be Panda, although he's tied with Bran, and Young Wild Boy. Not a lot of stats on the KC side, as again they haven't had fantastic series, and then they've had 1 days in every series so far. Meanwhile, for Madison, it's been a pretty good series, or pretty good season. Obviously, they've been sitting at the number 1 spot of the table through pretty much all of it. But a couple things they could try to clean up. I think specifically defense. I think that is a pretty clear specific need for this team, because in games 3 and 4 of their last series, they did not have a single save. So that was a little bit rough, but hey, they still won it in 4 games somehow. And so I think that'll be the main question. Can they play defense while they are playing their offense? As we are waiting on everyone to get in, we do have everyone, it appears, ready to go, at least in their calls. And so hopefully this one will get underway pretty soon. As why does the number of points bet on Madison just keep going up? Like, guys, you're already getting 1.07 times back. You are getting nothing. What is the point of continuing to put more into the pool? But fair enough. As, yeah, I mean, the only reason I wouldn't predict Madison 3-0 is that they have not swept yet. As, by the way, we have 3 players in the KCVC, so it looks like they will not be using a 1 day, but they do not have Mers in there, and so it seems like it'll be yet another week where they don't have him in, but they will be playing with their actual roster, and so we'll see if we can have a pretty good series here. But based on what I expect, I am looking at a Madison 3-0. Again, the only reason I wouldn't go with that would be because Madison have won in 4 games in every series thus far. And so that's just kind of what they do. As we're going to have a quick switcheroo. As we had Panda out. Well, we had Honda as the one out, with Bran and Shade also in. But then after KC join, we're now going to have a switch, as Panda will leave and Honda will load in. And so now we get underway here for game number 1, I think, although one team tried to join and the other did not follow suit. So, okay. As we are just waiting. As I said that, and then the number of channel points on Madison doubled. So that's fantastic. You guys are now getting 1.04 back. Nice. Big gains, for sure. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. I don't know. I'm not sure. I said ready, and then 2 players joined, and no one is following suit. And so I'm a little bit confused why we're not joining. But I guess we're just waiting. Okay. Apparently KC need a minute. Cool. So I guess they are, in fact, not ready. So hopefully that doesn't take too long, but we're waiting. Gives you guys more time to get your bets in, or I guess add and inflate your bets. But either way, yeah, I mean, the benefit, like the hope I can give to KC is they need to hope that there is no defense for Madison. I think, no, he's not. I think if Madison play their game and actually cover both sides of the ball, this should be a pretty simple Madison win and quite possibly a sweep. But if Madison are overcommitting and maybe a little bit not perfect on defense, maybe a few chances open up where we can see something come through. Either way, we load in game number 1, Madison in blue, Kansas City in orange. Let's see if the upset can materialize. As we have Panda sitting out in game 1, and Mers, of course, still not present. This one now centered across. Bran will look for a shot. It'll go wide of the net, but no follow-up on it. Shade now up the sidewall again. Panda just wanted to be a Bran fan. He just wanted to sub himself out so that he could be in chat. And this one's cleared back off the right wall again. Honda trying to get it downfield. Wild Boy's already there. He will pop it up in the air, but he is boomed off it. Now Vaughn gets a fake on Honda. Shade tries to dive. He'll go even on the 50. Bran up early will get the touch. Looking to follow it up himself. Wild Boy will bang it downfield. Now this one drops out. Wild Boy had a shot, but puts it up high. Off the right side again. Vaughn looking for it. Dunked in by Bran. Wild Boy now turning it around. Looking for a shot in. Bran will pop it up again. This one now dropping down. It's Shade forward, but he can't get back to it. Doesn't have enough boost. Vaughn now staying behind it again. Looking for a pop, but Bran has another read. Back and forth game thus far, which is kind of good for KC because it feels like it should be swinging more in the other direction, but of course no goals on the board until Bran finally does break through. And there is goal number 1 as it'll go over to Madison. Just an easy enough shot and no one able to get up, and so it is 1-0 now. Minute 40 in, first goal finally on the board, and it will go over towards the Monarchs. Question is, will we see KC be able to get something back? Because again, they have had a couple good pushes, but that shot right there may have been their most threatening one, and so we might have to see something else. That card looks interesting when you can't see the actual main framing of it. I don't know, Shade, might need to lock that one in a bit, but Honda. I mean, of course, I say that as we have Honda in the lobby, but his design's peak, so it's okay. This one's 50 back. Sovu looking for the catch. Demo comes through. Now up the corner. Trying to get it around. And I don't think Shades looks bad. It's just from the angle we were at, it looked like he's had the matte mint color. And like, it's a good color, but I was a little surprised by that, especially with the wheels and stuff being designed. Anyway, we got gameplay going on as we are just past halfway. It's still a 1-0 Madison lead. Wild Boy trying to 50 it out to the corner. That one will get over Shade as Wild Boy now gets a long clear downfield, but Honda going to be the one to secure it and bring it back. Honda now playing it across. Vaughn up off the back wall. Shade will get a save. Sovu's there, but Honda gets the dunk again. Now over off the right wall, it'll be Honda for the clear for the moment. Bran will wait under it. He'll get a catch. Wild Boy will 50 it, but it's still up towards the back wall. Vaughn now trying to bring it down. He'll pop out, but Shade is still on it. Bouncing down, rolling in front. Bran in the air. He'll keep control as a pass to Honda, but Wild Boy is there for the save. 100 seconds left to go. Still a 1-goal lead for now, but Sovu, a great shot. And there's your switch. Just a redirect from the side. Bran doesn't even move. And he watches that one bounce in. And so 100 seconds on the dot left to go. And we have parity here in game one. And again, it felt like Madison got that first goal on the board, but then we settled right back into even play. They weren't able to extend on the lead. And then that one great outplay there from Sovu just erases that difference. This one now off the corner again will bounce back up. Shade beat to it by Sovu. Sovu now trying to stay behind it. It'll bounce over to the right side. Now dropping back down again. Honda trying to follow it up. Sovu not going to get a piece of it. Brand slows it down. Wildboy now getting the dunk. Won by Vaughn. Hey, guess what? But they'll be unpunished today. The Madison Classic, but they survive. Everyone gets beat at the midfield, but the shot will go just barely wide. And so no one is able to hit the shot through. And this game stays tied until Honda puts the Monarchs back in front. 2-1. Madison have the advantage. 34 seconds left to go. And after that shot from KC is missed, they will feel the consequences of it as Vaughn has another shot, but Honda's able to get back for it. Honda now dropping it down again, still trying to wait on it. Brand now trying to bang it forward. Wildboy's already there, but Brand wins the 50, bouncing down. Honda to Brand, blocked off the bar. Now they need to be careful for the counter. Sovu the flick, Wildboy blocked. It's floating, it's in. 2-2. Another overcommit as time runs down. And with 3 seconds left to go, this game is even. Unfortunately, there's not a Discord command. However, I got that. There you go. That link should work for you. I'll explain more post it. I beat you, Eco L. As we move on to OT here in game number 1. Shade trying to play it out to the corner. It feels like Madison really need to win this game, but it's still tough. So who's trying to play it forward? It's rolled across. Shade trying to bang it off the corner again, now dropping down. Wildboy down the sideline. Brand trying to keep it close. He'll now pop it up in the air. Won't connect though. Sovu diving in. Honda wins the 50 for now, but Wildboy is there. Now Vaughn leaves it. Shade just shoots and it almost just goes in, but Sovu dives back and just barely reaches it. Shade now bang up off the right wall. Brand up early. 50 down. Honda needs a touch. He should have time, and he will bang it away. Now back on it. Dunked by Honda. That's across. Shade is there. There's game 1. Harder than it should have been, but Madison do close it out. Almost a minute into OT. Shade just goes low. Bounces it under 1. And this is a close game, but one that goes in favor of our blue side. The shots will be in favor of Kansas City, actually, as they'll outshoot 11-9, but Madison take the game in the end. So while we're between games, Wiko explained it pretty well. Basically, this is the Pixel League of a league that is divided into 2 with both Pixel and Prism. Pixel is essentially like GC1 and below, Prism about GC2 and above. You'll be most likely to get on a team if you're somewhere in the range of champ or above. And yeah, as Wiko said, since we're in the middle of the season, you will not be able to get the ability to get permanently on a team. However, you can become a PFA, which means that teams will be able to pick you up as a one-day if they need a player. Say one doesn't show up, they need to fill something, then you can be for that. Or if you're active, you might get more likely to get drafted next season. Either way, focusing back in on this game, it's now 1-0 for Kansas City, their first lead of the game, as Sovu puts a shot on target, and the end result is a bit of a misplay on that save, and so it is a first goal here for the Foxtrotters. Now over to the side, it's Shade again. No one really able to play it as Brand now plays it down the sideline, trying to wait under it. Shot towards the back wall, looking for a bump. Honda's there. We are tied at 1. Quick outplay on the other end as Sovu gets bumped off it. And so, easy enough. Madison work their way downfield, and they quickly get that. See, I respect it, Panda, and you're not wrong, but that is really funny. Shows interest in a league. We had advertising to join it, and he just says, yo, join this other one that isn't this league. To be fair, though, I imagine RSC he could get, like, full-time play now, and obviously RSC is a very organized league, so if you're interested in playing leagues, it's not a bad option, so that's just funny. This one, though, up off the sidewall again. Honda trying to get it away. He'll end up with control, popping up in the air, looking for a shot. It'll bounce through. True. 2-1. Honda just goes up, fakes down low, and it is 2-1. Honestly, what I would suggest, if you join that Discord, Panda can probably DM you. He'll know more about that. It's another league that is very organized, very developed, and pretty much covers every MMR range. So if you're interested in the league, it's a very solid option. But Panda can help you more about that. As Brand tries to get it down the sideline, 50 back towards Sovu. He'll try to pop it up. Looking for a reset. Instead, just chooses to stay in the air. Now goes for the reset, but won't get the last touch. So he did beat 2, but couldn't get a final shot. Brand, though, he'll get a shot, and he'll get a goal. That'll be his first of the game, as it is now 3-1. Madison add on again. A 2-goal lead opens up for the Monarchs. They have scored 3 unanswered here on DFH, maybe 4, but Brand gets demoed off. Does turn it into a demo. He got bumped off, did turn it into a demo, but Shade not able to force it through. Honda now looking for a 50 back. It's Brand in the air. That's on. But Wild Boy gets there in time. Now Honda trying to play it over towards the left again. He'll jump up. Now off the left wall. Brand off the corner, bouncing down. Wild Boy trying to get it downfield. Honda, that boost just not spawning, but he still gets a good power clear out of it. 3 minutes left to go here. Sovu trying for a 50, and he will get it with Shade. Brand now trying to play it away. Vaughn will take a shot downfield. Honda will slow it down. He will get demoed, but Brand is already on it. Now Brand with a double, looking for a read, but sent right back behind him. Honda down off the ceiling again. Vaughn trying to collect. Sovu not going to hit that one. Now low boost on Vaughn. That 50 will recenter, but Wild Boy is able to get it away. Yeah, you're probably right. I think he just uses his mind with his monitor off, actually, but Honda, I think, might be using a controller, as he just kind of flicks it up. That manages to beat everyone, catches it through, and so just past halfway in here, it is 4-1 with a 3-goal lead in favor of Madison. So still a lot of time left on the clock, but I think safe to say, looking pretty good here, as how about 5? The iPad touchscreen works out pretty good for that one. And it is now a 4-goal lead for Madison, and it is turning into a bit of a rout here for this Madison squad. And Kansas City, I mean, they scored first in this game, by the way. In case you've forgotten, because it's a while ago in terms of gameplay now. They scored first, and they have conceded 5 straight, as we have 2 minutes left to play. And I don't know about a comeback here. You know, we can believe. I'm not sure we're going to see it. As Wild Boy dies by that one, Honda pops over one more. He will hit the post, and how about again? I don't even know how that one got in, by the way. Like, Honda, you outplay the whole team, and you do whatever that is, but somehow it has an angle that sneaks its way in. Honda, I believe that was his 4th goal on 7 shots, and it is now 6-1. Like, it was a great outplay. He could have just put it on target. Didn't need to do all that. Didn't need to make it nearly that scary. But of course he did, and he still scored, so whatever. Worked out. And this one's popped across. Fawn not able to reach it. A little bit of a bad jump. Now Sovu trying to pinch it downfield. Bran already waiting, but Sovu gets a big dunk. Now dropping down. This one floating in the air, and Wildboy will knock it down again. Vaughn trying to stick with it. Played off the right side. Vaughn down in front. Honda clears it away. Now Wildboy downfield again. Shade trying to pop it out off the corner. Honda there. He'll pop it up in the air. Again, we are on Brazil watch. Didn't end up seeing it earlier in the day. We'll see if we do now. As Bran, that's a big 50. It might be a chance. Book your ticket. We're headed down south. Bran adds on. It's now 7-1. We're headed down to Brazil in game number 2. See, I feel like the 1 should be the I, Panda, but I mean, if you could do it that way. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong, but I do believe I don't like that. As Shade trying to follow this one up. See, I like that better. Vaughn trying to play it back into the corner. Around again. Sovu just gonna get bullied, but Wildboy able to sweep back before any shot can come through. Final 30 seconds here. Gotta be honest, guys, I'm not sure we're gonna see a comeback here, as I'd like to see it, but unfortunately, it's just so far in the other direction. As how about one more from Shade? 8-1 now, as we are on our way to head to another European country, or rather to a European country, if the next 17 seconds go a specific way. But we'll see if Madison are even willing to give up another goal, because it has just been dominance here. And in fact, they will not, because they're just going to score another of their own. Game 1 was in overtime, by the way. Game 1 was an OT. I don't know what you're saying, Panda, but I don't get it. Like, this was a very close game. And, well, game 1 was a very close game. And it's now 9-1. As Honda's thinking about an own goal, it'll go in. Okay. A little bit of a gift, I suppose. Wildboy is given credit, but that was fully an own goal as Honda pops it up. Thought it was going to hit the post, but it goes posting in, kind of like his own goal earlier in the game. And so Madison, yeah, I think that was a pretty confident win. You know, kind of tough to say, but I'm feeling pretty good about that one for the Monarchs, I think, because we can't quite see the shots. I'll check it on ball chasing, but I have a feeling they're pretty Monarchs favored as we get ready to load in towards game number 3. Madison now 1 away from closing out the series win. We'll see if they can get it done as we look on to Urban Central for game number 3. Madison, I guess the question, which will we see? By the way, the shots were 14-4 in favor of Madison. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty skewed. As Honda was 4 for 8, so he had 50%. Bran 4 for 5, he had 80%. Shade 1 for 1, he had 100%. So pretty good shooting. And a pretty good start again. So the second game in a row, that'll break up a 9-goal scoring streak for Madison, as Sovu once again will earn his team first blood. But the problem is, they did that in game 2, and then again they gave up 9 straight goals. So it's a great start. It's a good position to be in. Don't give up 9 goals. Even 8's an improvement, but hey, maybe compete. Obviously, they'll be trying. We'll see if they manage to, though, because obviously we did have a roster swap between games as Honda drops out, Panda jumps in. Could be a chance that that gives an opportunity of a switch in momentum, but we'll see. As this one's 50 forward, Shade trying to bring it back. Vaughn won't get the boost steal. He will try to keep the pressure on. Panda now looking for a catch. It'll instead be Bran to swoop in and pop that one up with a 50, though. Panda now down off the side wall. This one is played across, dropping back down again. Now down the sideline. Wild Boy trying to play it away. He'll bounce it in. Brain will catch it wide. Vaughn racing in, but Panda is there. Now down off the ceiling, bouncing away. Brand sending it downfield. Off the right wall here, dropping down. Madison trying to push forward. They certainly don't get the instant response and goal that they had in the last game. As, in fact, they're still scoreless through a minute and a half. So certainly, at least so far, not quite the same pace as we had in the last game. But we'll see if it stays that way. As this one is sent downfield. Sovu trying to pop up, ran up early. He'll get beat. Over aggression again. And it is 2-0. A multi-goal lead for KC. An unprecedented position so far. And so now we have to see. Pressure a little bit on Madison now. Can they find their way back into it? Now, of course, Game 3 in their last series was the first one that they didn't get a single save. I want to say they might already have one, but it was where things got a little bit rough last week against Loudoun. So we'll see if they can bring it back, because there is a save on brand. So they will not face the same fate as last week, but will they still fall short? That's an early start towards no, as Shade just kind of plays pressure, rolls it towards net. It's blocked away by Vaughn, but right back into Shade, who rolls it behind him. And it's now 2-1, a one-goal game. Madison are right back in it. 50 over to the right side off kickoff. Panda will get a strong touch forward. It bounces right back down in front of the net. Sovu now beats two. Brand left alone. Awkward position. He gets a save, but Vaughn is there. A response for KC. They're still up by 2, and it's 3-1. The multi-goal lead will be restored. And the pressure stays with Madison, as they're not going to be able to waltz their way to this one easily. Panda up off the right side. Vaughn trying to bring it down. Up in the air again. Brand's shot saved by Wild Boy. Now around the outside. Shade up towards the ceiling. Dropping this one in. But it's played out off the back wall. And now out off the backboard again, dropping down. Wild Boy will send it long. He'll look to cut towards center. One touch, pop over one. Pop past a second, but it beat his teammate as well. That 50 is really scary, though, until Shade finally able to sweep it away. Still the defense looking awkward for Madison as they're struggling to find a clear 2. Panda will try, but he gets dunked back in by Kansas City as that touch beats a couple. No boost for Panda, and it's 4-1. KC running away with it. I mean, Bacon, the idea is they still won both games, and so Panda wants to play. But, you know, kind of surprised he didn't take out Shade, although obviously they're trying to get the sub games in for Shade against what should be a weaker team. So, I think it makes sense from a, we should just win anyway, I want to get involved. But at the same time, you're not wrong. Strategically, if there's a way a team's going to get back into a series, quite often it could be a different player comes in, and either the team dynamic is different, or they can reset their confidence and get a better look at it. And that's what we're seeing so far, as there is still a minute left. This is still technically winnable, but, I mean, again, just no defense. It's all counterattacks, and it's 5-1. Like, KC are missing shots. It's not like they're shooting 100%, but it is just all over commitments. It is all walk it into an open net. And so now it is 5-1. Kansas City kind of flipping the script after the last game. 50 seconds left to go. We'll see if Madison can put any fight back into this one. Panda now looking for Brand, but that shot is way high. They'll look for another shot, and Panda is there. Could be a start. That is Panda's first shot of the game, as it is now 2-5. Still a 3-goal game, but a little bit closer, as it begins to feel that it could be within reach. 44 seconds left to go. This one over to the right side. Vaughn still trying to wait behind it. He'll send it down into the corner. Now sent along by Brand. Wild Boy up off the right side. Shade will send it down, bouncing up in the air. And over to the left again. I don't know. Probably like 3 or 4. And down towards the corner again. Half their time bank is already gone. He'll look for a dunk, but he needed more. He gets the dunk, but it's just straight up in the air. That's way too slow to develop into an attack, and even then it just gets blocked. Kansas City get dominated in game number 2, but they battle back. They dominate game number 3 themselves, and they send us on to game 4. I said it. The only reason I didn't really, or I at least wouldn't predict a 3-0 would be the fact that Madison never 3-0, and it's the case again. As I'll once again have to look at the ball chasing for the shots, as it looks like we're going to have another roster change coming through. But after 3 games, KC get one back, and so we look forward. Let's see what our shots looked like. That's not what I want. Let us see what our shots looked like. Let me just search this. Will this work? Hopefully. Yes, it will. And so the shots in this one were 4-3. Nope, that's the wrong column. It was 9-5 in favor of KC. So dominant game in that regard, and they pull out with the win pretty cleanly. And so as we're going to see Brand drop out and Honda jump in for game number 4, another switch. And we'll see if this one works out better. As, I mean, it's the Madison Classic, I guess. Can't sweep, but they can win in 4 games. And, of course, they are getting another Shade game in as we roll on to game number 4. Madison still one away from taking the series, but can they close it out? Or will KC keep the series rolling? This one pushed away. Honda trying to force it right back in. Panda now up around the corner. This one's bounced up in the air by Vaughn. Wild Boy is there. He'll pop it up. Could be a shot for a teammate. Vaughn goes low and Honda's ready for it. Now over across the side again. Wild Boy able to get a 50, but it's sent wide by Panda. On the outside again, this one dropped down. Sovu blocked away by Honda. Now in the air again. Controlled by Wild Boy. He'll just try to get it downfield, and that beats most of them. And left alone for a moment, trying to dive at it, but it'll be Honda to get a piece of it instead. So able to catch it wide. Waiting for another 50 as Panda keeps it in the corner. Wild Boy now an awkward skip, but it's too high for Panda to read. Shade just able to play it up the other side wall as we are 1 minute gone. Still no goals on the board just yet here in the 4th game. So we're now trying to get it down the sideline towards the corner. Shade already waiting on it. Now popped out again. Both jump for KC. Only Wild Boy will get a piece of it. It was a decent one, but it's in the end cleared away by Madison. As Honda ends up with this one, he'll bang it up off the corner. Panda's there, and it's 1-0. Madison will get first blood here, and they will play from in front with 3.5 left to go in game number 4. Still a ways to go based on what we've seen in this series for them to actually close it out, but certainly a good position to be in. Let's see who can add on. Trying to play this one down. Shade 50 up off the sidewall. Panda getting up early. Vaughn trying to clear it away. It's Honda now up off the back wall. Shade dives in, but he just puts a little bit too much angle on it, and it'll go wide to the other side. Panda now still following it. He will get another bang away. Wild Boy down towards the back wall. Honda will try to bounce it out. Panda will play it from there. Now up in the air again. Wild Boy trying to get it away. Honda backwards. Gets one touch, but then gets beat afterwards. Shade just a clear downfield. Now popped up off the corner. Cleared along by Wild Boy. Honda already on it. He will clear it downfield. Wild Boy up around the outside. Honda trying to drop it down. 50 downfield by Wild Boy. Panda now to follow it up. Banged up off the corner. Vaughn is there, bouncing it towards the back wall, as now he'll pop it back out. Sovu trying to knock it down again. This one will get 50 back away. Vaughn waiting under it, almost beats Honda, but Honda gets a piece of it. Now dropping down once more, 50 out to the right side. Honda still waiting on it. This one will go up in the air. Honda trying to force it in. It'll bounce down off the back wall. Honda now around the outside. This one will drop down. Demo there. How about two? Shade won't read it. Panda gets 50'd. Could have been an opportunity. Will not be taken. And the lead stays at 1 as we have 105 seconds left to go. Shade once again not able to get enough power as this could turn into a counter. Vaughn in the air. Panda takes it away. Low boost on him. He'll look for a 50 and he will be given it. Shade not able to reach that one either. So Sovu now a pinch up towards the ceiling. It'll roll back out. Vaughn downfield towards the backboard. Panda knocks it down. Demo now by Shade. Vaughn trying to keep it close, but Panda gets it back over towards the side wall. Sovu now trying to recenter. There's a big miss, but Vaughn will get beat again. One pop downfield again. Honda just waiting under it, but gets beat on the 50. Vaughn now dropping down low, looking to center it out from the corner. He'll get a light touch, but Panda's the only one ready to read it. Now cleared away. Panda up in the air, dropping down. Honda up to the back wall, but again just dunked away. Wild Boy now down the sideline again. Panda already waiting. He'll look for a 50, but can only get the first as it's sent right back into the corner, but then Honda gets it right back to the midfield. Panda another pop-up, trying to buy some space. Honda the shot. Sovu won't get a piece, but it still goes wide. 20 seconds left to go now. Panda trying to get it around, looking for a bump. Honda's there, and Honda makes it 2, and that might just be the dagger. 16 seconds left to go. Honda spikes it down, finds the net, and so it is now a multi-goal lead with just under 20 seconds left to play. And it's not looking great for KC as they'll lose another 50 downfield. Honda will pressure again, and there just isn't enough time for the comeback. Madison once again are challenged, but they once again close it out here on Utopia Coliseum. They will move to 4-0. They should, I believe, retain their number 1 spot. Unless, of course, now it is under threat that if Incheon do find a sweep, we will see that going the other way. But that is a question to be answered tomorrow, as it was a good enough series, I think, at the very least. I think Madison looked good, obviously playing with the sub in, and that probably is gonna be what kind of leads to what we end up seeing there, where they look a little awkward in Game 3, and it was pretty awkward in Game 4 as well, but they still managed to pull out the win. And so, we'll see if we're gonna have an interview, and yeah, so we will have at least 2 undefeated teams in each league. We are also looking at 3 in Prism, so we'll see tomorrow night if Incheon can equal that number, as we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Madison, another 4-game series, but you guys take down another win as well. How's it feel to be 4-0?
Sensational.
Yeah, baby, sensational.
Gives me goosebumps.
That's how I feel, sensational.
It's too late to feel.
Shout out to the Branda fan club.
Ran the fan club.
Lone
man.
Drifter and me on display. Those are my goats.
Wait, whoa! I was in there.
Panda was
You're
in
my
there.
teammate.
You don't count.
What? That's disrespect.
Happy birthday to
Shout out my teammates.
Big
Mm.
and great Honda.
This is an award acceptance speech now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just grateful for all the people around me. Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to thank my parents for birthing me. I wouldn't be here.
Both of them birthed me, by the way.
Both of them birthed at the same time.
Shout out my dad for
They
plowing.
took turns.
The wild interview.
Now, I mean, first of all, did we ask what happened in Game 3? Do we just want to talk about that, or?
Oh, they took me out. I'm gonna go full
Yeah.
ego.
Okay.
That was
Goat
like
was to win all those
that's
games
our-
by 3-1.
that's
We
our
took
worst
Goat Honda out,
roster.
bro.
So
We took Goat Honda out.
So I
can't do
think,
anything.
I mean, you say we,
I don't
you
know
are
who
the
manages
manager,
Monarchs,
so.
bro. Hey, wait, shut up. Wait,
Hey,
wait.
guys,
I don't know who
it was his
manages
call.
Monarchs, bro.
Yeah,
But like, he needs to be making smarter decisions. I don't know what bro's doing, but the
Oh,
Monarchs
okay.
are going out there without him in.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys should like fire him low key.
Yeah. I've been
Like, you
saying
guys
for
should
seasons now
investigate him.
that the players should rebel.
True, exactly. No, investigate him. Follow the money. See where it goes.
I wanted to follow that up, but I forgot where it goes from there. Either way.
For shame.
It's been a while, man.
Shame.
Anyway, of course, tomorrow night, Inchin will play their game. First question, do you think they'll sweep? Because that determines if you guys get first or not.
Who's Inchin playing?
Buffalo. Another 0-3 team.
I think that Buffalo gets
I'll fucking take a game.
2 games.
That's going to game 5. Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to game 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then, building off of that, part of the reason I ask is that you guys are slated to play up against Inchin next week. Could be a matchup of 2 undefeated teams. How do you feel about that matchup?
Yawn.
Okay.
Low key, me, Brand Shade could win that.
I mean,
I
yep.
don't even need an air
Well,
brand.
no, wait, I forgot. Wait, no, I forgot. We need to like actually like have the counter in, which means that like Honda owns Smurfy, so Smurfy 1v3, not Smurfy. Yeah, Smurfy 1v3 is his own team actually.
Oh, right.
I mean,
Honda,
my beautiful
Honda,
butterfly boys are gonna handle
True.
business. So
No, listen, Honda
what it
1v3 is that team, Loki.
did the stream appreciate the butterfly goal explosion this week? Since last week we had some complaints about not using it.
Yeah. I was going to call out that, I mean, you're the only one still, you know?
someone on the other
What?
team had them.
I
as
had
well.
it.
I think
had
Panda
it
did. He
too.
just he
Okay,
just didn't
fair.
score.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
scored twice.
See,
on
I got to be
Honda.
honest.
Score.
I didn't pay attention to goal explosions other than Honda and Shade. So I only
Ooh.
noticed the 2 that were not butterflies.
Brandon
I
said
gotta
goal
be
explosion,
honest.
But, ooh.
It's cool.
I
I don't
just
even know if I have that goal explosion.
I paid $8 for that goal explosion.
I don't play the game enough, so
I only noticed when the 2 who didn't have it on scored, and I was like, "Huh, they don't have it again. Weird." Like,
weird. They suck.
If we lose one game, I'm off to Inchin.
oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah. No, you're off to Vancouver, bro.
Ooh,
Mm,
fate
Doesn't
worse
matter
than
what
death,
roster
really.
they have, they just lose.
Canada.
True.
you.
True. Yeah, we're actually sending you to Saskatchewan.
No, none of it.
I do have the butterflies.
Shout out Chapel Road.
Shout out Chapel Roan.
Sending
True.
him to
Pony Club.
the polar bears.
I don't care if she killed that kid.
I'm sending him to the U.S. Vassal Iceland, bro.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that's where he's going.
Hey, so anyway, I'm not sure if I have any other questions for you guys. So congratulations on another win,
Oh,
and
thank
good luck
you,
next
thank
week.
Thank you. Thanks for casting.
Thanks
As
for
always,
casting,
thank you for
Dago.
casting. Yeah.
And thanks for the very Rocky League interview. Smile.
Yeah. Smile.
Very on task, of course,
Of course.
as always.
Yeah.
All right, and that will do it for a long night of games, as the 4th game of the night will end in 4 games, fittingly. Your final score here, one last time, Madison 3, Kansas City 1. And so there's one game left to go in the week, which will be tomorrow night, I believe at 9 p.m. Let me look to make sure it's not 8. As that will be Inchin versus Buffalo, and that is a 9 p.m. game indeed. We hope to see you back then, but your final score for now, Madison 3, Kansas City 1. And we'll see you back tomorrow night.